What's up, guys? It's Will and Nick and Ryan saving the world. Episode 9 of season
9.
2. 9 all the time, dude. You know what they say? Not just take the other number before the 9 out. We're just nining tonight. There's no
We're just doing ourselves.
First I was like 49ers.
49ers. Where is he going with this?
Yeah.
That's a 9 now.
It's just one of us. Just
Yeah,
the 9.
the first number is just not in the
9 is the loneliest number that you'll ever. Oh,
exactly.
shit.
So how you guys doing tonight, Ryan? I'll start with you. What's up, man? I saw you eating a Subway cookie. So we're not sponsored by Subway.
Fantastic. I've been a small addiction to Subway at the moment. Plus, they opened a Blaze Pizza near me, so it's getting risky. But
Shout out to your favorite LeBron James.
I know
He loves it.
he's not in the playoffs, so.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, we don't got to talk about that.
Hey, you brought it
Look,
up.
he's an old man with no help. Okay,
He's 36.
He's 30. I'm 36.
I'm 36.
I'm 36.
RDC World is hilarious, dude. Those guys are
shit.
absolutely hysterical. But anyway, Ryan, so everything's good. You had a good Subway cookie.
There was 2, and I had a Subway sub too. They were all great.
Was it a foot long?
Balls. Hey, what kind of cookies was it, bro?
Chocolate chip.
My man.
Subway
does
cookies
have
are
good
legit.
cookies. Good cookies.
Oh yeah, they're so good.
We got 2 people in the house. We got Slayer72 saying, "What's up?" He said we're a
Yeah.
boomer, though, but he's the boomer. We're the Zoomers. So.
We're Zoomers. You had no idea.
And
You can, like-
David Kurilar.
David, that's my boys.
Even Cohen
Corn,
Churchill.
let's go
Cohen.
In the house tonight. Dude, the boomers are in attendance. Okay.
That's right. What's up, boomers?
So Nick, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. Done work for the week. You know what I'm saying? That's always the best thing. When I pull up to work on Friday, I just think to myself, it's the weekend. After these cases, it's the weekend. Got them done, and now it's the weekend. Already had my first weekend stream. Had a fantastic time. You know, we got some of the homies pulling up, coming through. So now I'm ready to do podcasts with the boys. I'll be looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? But Will, how about you, sir?
Dude, everything's good, man. Everything's good. I mean, except for the fact that we're all down bad. But
We are
Nothing
down
new.
bad. That is true.
maybe 2 of us. Maybe 2 of us.
Nothing new.
It's just life, honestly.
Yeah, it's just life at this point.
Nick got all his cases out. He's ready for the weekend, but Ryan and I are just like, yeah. Nah, we're doing good. I'm good, man. My dissertation had a mock defense on Thursday, so I'm almost Dr. Foxy Love next Thursday.
I can't wait, man. I'm just going to start addressing you as doctor.
That's
I'm going
fine.
to change your contact in my phone and everything.
Oh,
Donkey
yeah, that's
Foxy.
fine. Dr. Foxy Love or Dr. Foxy. I'll accept either. Yeah.
Doc-
Okay,
Foxy.
okay. Depends on it, how formal of a situation it is.
Yeah, like Ryan, you know me pretty well. So to you, it's Dr. Foxy, but to the rest of the world, Dr. Foxy Love.
It's Dr. Foxy Love to you, damn it. Darn it.
Respect my name. Put some respect on my name.
Respectfully.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
guys, tonight's topic it could get a little spicy.
I hope.
There's the potential for spice.
Oh,
That's
I
all I'll
hope.
say. Yeah, I hope so too. And well, Nick, why do you hope it gets spicy?
It's going to be fun. It's
You-
going to be
okay.
fun. The spicier it gets. I love spicy things, man. Spicy foods, spicy conversations. You know what I'm saying? It's all good to me. And I'm going to get to enjoy most of these. I'm going to be the ranch guy probably today. So, you know, I want
love
you guys to
ranch.
spice it up. It'll be fun.
How, Nick? I don't know how your digestive system can handle all this spice. Like-
I'm built different.
Yeah, you are. You're built different, dude. If I ate that much spice, I would be on the toilet all day.
Dude, my favorite snack to have out on the road is chili lime. No, it's not chili lime, but just like chili spicy pistachios, man. Those shits are amazing.
What about the Fritos? The Fritos, the
I don't
chili.
eat chips like that, to be honest,
Ah,
bro.
dude.
But dude, nuts, spicy nuts, baby. Oh, that's my shit. I get the hot and spicy cashews. I was on a kick of them for a couple weeks, and now I'm on the pistachios. Cashews and pistachios sit at the top of the elites as far as nuts go.
I actually got I got pistachios at the store the other day. But Nick, have you gotten the Doritos I sent you?
Oh no, I haven't. I do see those all the time. Once again, I don't be eating those chip bullshits. I only eat the baked Lays
The-
from or baked kettle cooked Kettle cooked, sweet and spicy from whatever brand that is. But
we talk about
Kettle Cooked
Doritos
is
all
great.
the time. Like we at least got to give it a shot.
that's true. That's true. I don't be thinking about it when I'm out and about. But Will, you probably remember this from when we were like youths. So I've seen them out at the store, and Ryan sent me a photo. You remember the 3D Doritos?
I don't think so.
Come on, bro. They
3D?
used to sell them. Okay, so you know how you get like a single serving bag of like chips? Like you can buy like a variety bag. We used to have them for like ball games and stuff like that for like snacks when we would do tournaments. But you know, it's like a single size. You can get them from the store. They used to be a quarter. They're probably like $1 now. 3D Doritos used to come in a box, okay? Not like a bag full of bags of chips, but like a box. And the bags were much smaller, but they're literally like a blown up Dorito. Instead of it being a flat triangle, it's like inflated almost. You don't remember those at all?
Nah, I don't remember.
Oh
those.
man, well they
I
brought
think
them
you
back.
Made that up just now.
No, they brought them back. They're in stores. Ryan sent me a photo of them. And it reminded me of my youth. But the ones that Ryan sent me, I think were spicy, right, Ryan?
They're spicy ranch. Yep.
Spicy ranch.
Mm.
So I figured
I
that'd
heard-
be up Nick's alley.
Well, Nick and I talked about it, like which bag of Doritos is the most iconic.
Yeah,
I heard
yeah,
that
that's
the
why I
purple
figured-
bag is good.
The purple bag is the best tasting. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. The purple bag is the most elite of the taste, but there's no shot it's the most classic. I think that's one of the newer flavors. It's between red and blue. It's like Pokemon games, okay? When it first started, there was red and there was blue, okay?
Mhm.
They arrive simultaneously. It is up to you to decide which one is superior to the other. And for me, it's got to be blue.
That makes sense.
Well-
Pokemon Yellow is classic too. It's
But
not
it
as classic
didn't
as
come
the first
first.
two.
Exactly. But yeah, I think yellow was actually my first game.
Right. Ryan, what about you? Doritos, make the call.
Depends on my mood. So the thing is that like with the red bag, I like to make nachos and put like taco meat on it and then some cheese, melt some cheese on top of it.
Dude,
So
that's
you
too
eat
much
it.
effort, but that sounds delicious.
It's so good. But like the Cool Ranch ones are good just to, like eat on their own. Sometimes it just depends whether you want something that's cheesy or not.
But what is
But-
the most iconic, sir?
Iconic's got to be.
I think it's
honestly, like yeah, the red came out. I think the red is like the original, but the fact that Doritos can have a commercial with just a red bag and a blue bag, no branding at all, and everyone knows exactly what it is, they're both iconic.
Yeah, for sure. You can't go wrong. Like Nick said, it's red and blue Pokemon. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But
So-
I figured since Nick prefers the blue bag and he loves spicy, the spicy ranch or spicy Cool Ranch would be like up his alley.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those mini bags. I don't need to indulge in an entire bag of them.
Right.
I save my indulging for spicy nuts.
Makes sense. So, Ryan, let's just cut to the chase here.
Oh, boy.
Like,
Yeah.
let's cut to the chase because sometimes when you go on a date, it works out great.
Not even a smooth transition.
Sometimes when you go on sometimes when you eat Doritos at home, it works out great. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like a date, right? Sometimes you go on a date and it's like, man, she's a red bag. And then sometimes you go out and she's a what's the worst bag of Doritos? I don't know.
Probably a Great Value brand.
She's a great value brand of
And
Doritos.
store brand.
She's the
Store
store
brand.
brand.
Yep,
Knock
yep.
off.
And sometimes for the ladies out there, it happens the opposite direction. Sometimes you show up, the dude is 100 pounds more than he looked like in his photos, right? And he's the off-brand bag of Doritos. So when you were
That's me.
expecting the blue classic ranch,
I've had too many only first dates to not be able to say that's me.
Which one is you?
The plain bag of Doritos. The known ones.
nah, you don't catfish anybody.
No, classic is
No, but-
good. Classic is good. When you
No,
said that,
the
I
store
thought
brand. Store brand.
Oh, store. Ooh,
I'm the
damn,
store
Ryan,
brand.
Don't come on, man. Don't do yourself like that. Pick yourself up.
You ain't no store brand, Ryan. Not on this podcast.
You special edition flavor,
Yep.
okay, with a celebrity endorsement bag.
Yep.
Okay,
You're the
okay.
Kanye Doritos. If you had Doritos, you'd be the Kanye Doritos, Ryan. With that mic and that green background, you're the Kanye Doritos.
It's gonna
dude.
change. It's gonna change. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Oh,
moving my
shit.
setup, but
Once you find your passion and you put a bunch of stuff behind you, it's gonna be.
I'm probably gonna like paint my like master bedroom first, and probably just move this in there and like mount my TV above it, and then just have like nano leaves in the back.
Nick,
Now
I can
I'll
see it's
probably
gonna be
set up.
all bags of Doritos behind
All
it.
bags of Doritos. What was the thing that we said last week that he was gonna have back there? Like a fish or something like that? What was
no.
it?
I don't know.
Pops or something like that,
Maybe.
Okay.
or
I don't
Funko
know.
Pops.
Fleeting thought doesn't matter anymore.
So for you guys
we
aren't
add
watching on
Doritos to
YouTube-
the collection that we will surely forget again next week.
For sure. Like if you guys aren't watching YouTube, come hang out. We do live streams every Friday night, usually around 7:15 on YouTube. Will and Nick Save the World. So yeah, and trust me, you can see Ryan's beautiful green background. It's really nice. So, and
But
Nick
enough
and I-
about that and more about the story. The people want to know the
So
story.
let me just introduce it
Ryan.
again real quick, Ryan. So Ryan, like sometimes you get the great value brand, and when you really want the red bag, but it just doesn't quite work out that way. And sometimes you talk to each other and you don't communicate like Doritos red and blue bags, right? It all comes back to the Doritos. So Ryan, fill us in on what happened with this wonderful date that you went on.
Well, throughout quarantine, I went on like a couple dates, obviously staying COVID safe and everything. But this one was the most recent one, where I think we met. I think it was like Match or something, and we started messaging, and then like I guess like we just decided to meet up pretty quickly, and like I should have picked up on that. Like there were a bunch of miscommunications going on, and that shit, like it was a red flag, but I decided, whatever, maybe in person it'd be better. Maybe like, sometimes it's hard to read like someone's tone or something through text. So like we met up, and like who showed up wasn't the person that like she had sent me pictures of. So like just off the bat, I was just straight up disappointed.
Sent you pictures?
Like of her like self.
Wow.
Like she sent pictures of herself because like
Yeah.
for example, like on my profile I don't have my beard in my pictures, so like that's one of the first things I'm like, just heads up, I do have a beard at the moment. If that's not cool with you, I can shave it, whatever.
Don't tell her that.
No,
If that's not cool with y'all, just completely get rid of it.
I'm just gonna be
like,
I'll cut
not-
my hair. I'll do whatever you want. I'll
for
wear
like
whatever color you want. To
You need a
the date.
face tattoo? I'll go get a face tattoo.
No, like not for like the first date, but like if like we hit it off,
You
like
can't
because
even-
I'm not.
Don't
I'm
set
not-
that precedent, Ryan.
Okay,
Nah.
so from now on, I'll just say like I got a beard, just let you know, because like she was
Bitch.
like, oh, send me pictures. She's like, oh, send me pictures, just like to see what it looks like. So I sent her like a Snapchat, and she was like, I can't see it. And I'm like, it's fine lighting, like you can, but whatever. She's like, do you have any like recent ones? Like, no, not really. Like, I don't take pictures of myself. And then she proceeds to send me like 20 of her, and literally like none of the ones I saw looked like who showed up. And then like when that happens, like you just can't hide the disappointment. And it was just kind of downhill from there. So it was, and luckily it was just for like a lunch. So it wasn't like, oh, we were going to do like dinner and a movie or whatever. It's literally lunch. So we just like, the place we were going to go ended up being like closed by the time we got there, because there's one that like opened later. I think you talked about that at some point. That happened once. But like, so we were like, we just walked like around the corner, found a place, and like literally ordered food. I scarfed mine down, sat there, waited for her to finish awkwardly, and then just like, then we just kind of like walked and went our separate ways and never talked
Sometimes
again.
you take the L. You take the L.
Oh,
and
I
you walk
I
away.
took a massive L, and they L danced on me. Yeah.
It was like losing to a kid in rock.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Nick,
Hey, do you need to take that into consideration when you're preemptively deciding on a date location? Like, just in case I'm getting catfished here, let's make this something short and sweet. You think that's why people go on coffee dates? I never kind of evaluated it as that before. I thought it was just like a very casual, low key, like, oh, let's grab coffee. But it could also be very quick if you pull up and you're like, catfish. You take your coffee and leave.
It could be, because actually, so one of the other dates I went on like a couple months ago, like we were like, oh, let's start it at dinner and then like see how we're feeling afterwards. Like we were like, okay, we might be open to something else, like doing something else.
Might be busting it open to
But, like,
something else.
But like by time
no.
by the time we got done with dinner, she said like she was tired or whatever. So like we just went our separate ways. I mean, I assumed it just wasn't going to work out, even though like I had a lot of fun, but it is what it is.
You doesn't sound like you had a lot of fun.
I did. Like
I heard the
genuinely-
depression in his voice where he did,
I'm-
and then
I'm depressed because she didn't. 'Cause I didn't.
oh,
That's where
Nick,
it comes
you can
from.
tell when he's down bad, man.
he said,
I'm
"I thought we had a lot of fun
Like,
together."
I did.
we had a great life
like
together.
I could like I made like, for me, like some of my humor is like self-deprecation and stuff like
Oh,
that.
me too. Yeah.
And that doesn't like always hit. And like I made a couple of those, and like I could tell like she was like, oh no, because I think at one point like we had like, it was like a long wait in the restaurant or whatever, so we were just like chilling out in the car, and like she's like, oh, like can they hurry up or whatever? I was like, you bored of me already or something? She's like, oh my gosh, no. I'm like, it's just a joke, like it's fine. And then like I made another one, and I'm like, that could have been it. There could have been other things, but like I honestly thought it went amazingly, and then like she texted me that night or whatever, and then like I just never heard from her again, unfortunately. But
damn,
What did she say that night to you over text?
I told her that I got home safe, and I had a lot of fun. She said she also had a lot of fun. Good to hear,
that happened to me once, and
then
I like never heard from her again.
Yep, exactly. And just like
she was waiting for you, Ryan. She was waiting for you to hit her up.
Sometimes that is true, man.
I did text her again, and then she just didn't respond.
She didn't respond. Okay, never mind.
Text her again right now, live on the pod, and let's see if you get a response before it's over. Come on, Ryan. The people want to see it.
People want to see it, dude.
Just be like, girl, I've been thinking about you a lot lately.
I'm talking about you on a podcast
I've been thinking about you.
No.
Come on, Ryan.
Nah, dude, this happened to me before, but I think in my case, I pissed the girl off because I said something, and then she never talked to me again.
Well, let's hear it.
I don't remember what I said, to be honest.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Let me think. Oh, no. Okay. Here's what it was. Okay. So we went on a date. This was actually also for Match, Ryan. So you get what you pay for, right?
Well, both the ones I was talking about were for Match, actually. So
like I went on, and she's actually cool. We became friends after this. She's really cool. I really like her as a person. She's great. But we went on one date. We actually met in like Annapolis. It was like an hour for both of us, basically, because she lived in Virginia. This is actually not my ex-girlfriend. So. And we met, and everything was great. Like we had a really good time. I felt like it wasn't awkward like Ryan's. Like it wasn't like it wasn't like where there was miscommunications happening. We were syncing. Everything was, I thought, at least. And then basically she told me she went on a date previously, and she was joking about it. She was like, "Yeah, like I went on this date with this guy, and he catfished me." She was like, he was like 200 pounds, probably heavier than he was in his pics, right? Like it was and then he was like bragging. I'm gonna go in detail here, but he was bragging about like how he used to have herpes and stuff. And like, and then like
flex.
she was joking about it. Yeah, it's a weird flex. She was joking about it, right? And then like I said something like the next day, and I was like, well, she was like saying she was struggling with work or something. I was like, well, at least you're not overweight with herpes. and then she got really mad about it. She was like, that's other people's misery never makes me happier, and that's like not fair. I'm like, you set the precedent. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you joked about it first. Like, I'm not like trying to put the guy down bad. I'm just trying to say that like he catfished you, right? Yeah. According to you, you said it. And then we became friends after that, but she was obviously no longer interested after that. I don't know if that was the primary catalyst, but it was a factor. And
that might have just been the out. She's like, oh, let me just act like I'm offended by this because I don't want to pursue this in this manner anymore.
I think it was the distance too. We were like 2.5 hours, 3 hours away.
That also could have been what it was with the one, because like we talked about it a little bit. Like we both said we were comfortable with driving though, because it was like an hour and a half. But I guess she could have just been lying.
Hour and a half, like total from each other.
Yeah, so like 45 minutes would have been in the middle, something like that. But
that's not bad. That's like I have another one this weekend actually, and we're about hour and a half total from each other.
I used to drive 2.5 hours, so I used to drive down to Salisbury multiple times a week.
Dude, my ex-girlfriend lived in Alexandria. So like she was like 240. So like we used to do that. Like we would alternate. So like
pounds or
what? No, definitely not. Well, that happened to Ryan. So like what happened to me, what happened to you happened to me once too. Like and I'm actually good friends with this person. Like I think she's great. She's really cool. Like we became good friends. Like I got to the date and I felt like she looked different than what I thought. Right. So. And like she was really nice. Now she wasn't as talkative in person. You know what I mean? She was more shy. I tend to have that effect on women. It could be the tattoo.
Oh, here comes the tattoo plug. It was only a matter of time.
Yeah, I just do it to mess with Ryan at this point.
Why?
No, I didn't have the tattoo at the time, so it was just purely a flex. But yeah. So like basically, she just looked different, and then we became friends. But I never hung out with her again. So and she never hung out with me again. So maybe I look different too. But anyway, Nick, do you have anything like that?
Not recently. I mean, I did probably the most recent time I went out with somebody, and we've talked about it before. I've told you guys I'm not even interested in dating right. It's just like I want to stream, man. I be spending my time with the internet waifus. That's how I'm down bad right now. Just being a DJ on the internet. But I did go see a girl. We met up. We had a nice little park date. Wow, nature. And yeah, I didn't think she looked exactly how she looked in the photos, but she was still cool. I'd be trying to give people a chance because you know what I'm saying? The physical, it fades away, boys. But a good heart is forever.
Do you feel like maybe we should just like start to expect like whatever they look like in the pictures, drop it by a point? Like
probably that'd probably be a good way
but mine was like multiple points. Like it wasn't like We weren't ballparking it. Like we were rounding up generously.
Okay, because it happens with the guys too, right? I'm
You
sure
round
we
up
show
from the
up.
nearest 5.
I'm sure we showed up and they were
And
like,
it's
"Man,
like
I thought
4.9.
I thought Ryan's beard was fuller than that," and then they knock him down by
Y'all
a
come
point.
at my beard.
Shit.
Or maybe like Will's a lot. He looks like a little tall beanstalk. Like he's not as quite as buff as I thought he would look. Right?
Yes, but with like with time on the dating apps, like you can literally just like tell. Like you learn like to be able to like tell, but just by looking at the first picture,
You're like, that's a
just know.
Snapchat filter
Like,
right there.
Well,
I know it.
Not only that, but like you can just from the first picture, you can tell so much without even having to scroll through. Like I don't even look at more pictures half the time. I'm like, okay, especially like, and now like when there's like even like a group of girls, I'm like, oh, it's that one, and then like just keep going. Just you don't have to click through or anything. And then there's like ones who like they try to hide certain stuff, but like you can tell they're hiding it, so you know exactly what it is. So, but
I know what you're getting at.
I'm trying to say it without
You're being
saying it.
politically correct.
Yeah.
I totally get it, and Nick knows what you're getting at too.
Oh shit,
So,
dude, I have less to lose here than you guys. I think it's funny when you look at somebody's profile. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna
I
say
have
it.
to lose. Never mind.
You're gonna get us
I don't wanna
canceled
be
before we ever
man.
begin.
I don't want to be mean. No, screw it. I'll say it. I don't care. I think it's funny when girls put on their thing like thick. And
All right, well, I wasn't gonna go there, but
you know
Well, no,
what I'm
'cause-
saying?
on or like on Match, you actually like put your body type, so they have like curvy, a
They
few
do.
extra pounds, athletic, stuff like that.
But y'all be putting mesomorph.
I just put like average or
I don't
something.
even know what
like
that means, but I like
Average.
it.
Mesomorph, it means you're jacked. There's
Oh, yeah,
endomorphs, mesomorphs, and something else more.
Xenomorph.
But
Nah, that's not it. But
That's
something
from
along
Alien.
those lines.
but what I was gonna say is like
That's an alien.
one of the things.
Or I'm an alien. I'm either slim, I'm buff, or an alien.
Yeah. You know,
But-
whatever you're into.
One of the issues with me is like I always try to like, because like first dates, like first impressions and stuff, like you always want to make like a good one. So I try to go above and beyond than just normal like dinner at like this local place that she probably goes to all the time. Like I kind of want to do something different to stand out and stuff like that. And then it just like sometimes it backfires. For example, like for one, I picked a girl up and we went.
Oh,
Ryan, no.
this is what happens when you build a PC, dude.
Damn, no, this is what happens when you don't build a PC on your own. Guys, chat, what you're seeing right now is the effects of no love and affection put into your PC build. You see how smooth I am? Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Me too, dude.
I can move. Yeah, look at Will. It's beautiful. This is what happens when you put love and tender care into your PC. But here's my question based off of what Ryan was saying.
Mhm.
Will, when you go out on dates with people, do you feel pressure to like present yourself like top tier, like almost give like an acting version of yourself rather than just be like natural? Because I think that's kind of what Ryan was like leading into, being like, oh, I want to do something special and blah, blah, blah. And there's definitely value in doing that. Because like he was saying, you want to stand out. You want to, you want to look good for the lady. However, I've gotten to the point when I go out with people, I'm just like, I'm just going to, be me. And
That's all
if
right.
they don't like it, then I mean, that's fine. If you do, great.
That's
But if you don't like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not like a job interview to me. No, basically, I think what you have to do is just be yourself, like you said, because like eventually they're going to figure out that's not you.
Exactly.
So like, and then you're going to be
exactly.
screwed unless you want to put on this act for 60 years. So
Look,
I mean, it's
bro,
like,
I don't like wasting time. Okay. It's one of
Ah.
my least favorite things to do is waste time. So why would I put on a facade for 1, 2, 5 dates just to later be like, oh, actually, like, this is me. And then be like, oh, I don't like that. Well, frick. I
I
just
like the
wasted
other
all
you.
that
Go back
time.
to the
then.
other you. Yeah, go back, turn back the
I'm
good
like,
you.
oh,
bud.
that was all fake.
Yeah,
That was a catfish personality that you were seeing there.
They're
This
like-
is my real personality. I'm a degenerate.
Like,
And
all right,
then they're like, oh,
I'ma head
shit.
out.
Well,
I'ma
yeah,
head out.
yeah. I'm gonna see you later.
I'm head out.
Well, damn, we just wasted time. Like, why? I just, maybe it's with age comes wisdom. That'll be the word that I use is wisdom. I've become wiser and realize I don't want to, I want to give you the truest version of myself. Take it or leave it. You can have it or you can throw it away. But
Sounds
yeah,
like Phantom of the Opera. or
I
something.
used to. That's actually how I go on my dates. Very Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah, you wear a mask and everything.
Yeah, for sure. But just
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
half, just
Yeah,
like in
half
the
mask.
movie.
Yeah, you got to
So they can
like,
see
tease
like
them a little
half
bit.
of my face. Yeah, they're like, wow, cheekbone. I think I like how he looks. That's a great cheekbone
Good
right there.
genetics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would mate with this man. As we'll say, like he has a mask on. He looks like a Jabberwocky.
That's when you just show up like pop blocking and shit.
Yeah.
Moonwalk to the dinner table.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
It might go over
shit.
really well, but I think you'd probably make her feel awkward to the point where she's like, "I'm gonna head out."
Oh man, dude, that is funny. How do you feel about steering away from dating, even though it's kind of related, dude? Like third person, like awkwardness. Do you enjoy or like despise that feeling? Like you ever see something really awkward happening in front of you, and you kind of feel awkward because of it? Like some TV shows and shit make you feel that way. How do you interpret that emotion?
Yeah,
like for example, we talked about Spice earlier. Some people like it, some people don't. Like, how do you like third person awkward situations?
Dude, you know, I don't like it. You know what? I like watching it on television. Like The Office is really good at that. Like if you ever watch The Office, they do really like awkward things that you're just like very cringy, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I noticed? Like if you're people watching, oh, look at who is this? Who is this dude? Let's add him to the stream.
Oh,
Ryan, how's all that
welcome
space
back,
down
sir.
there at the bottom?
Mr. No Love and Care into the PC.
My limit, no, it's my internet keeps resetting for some reason.
No love and care into the internet.
I'm calling,
Yes, exactly.
I'm calling Verizon immediately.
He pulls back up to the podcast, but it's really like waiting room music in the background for the rest of the time. They're like, Mr. Brinkley, are you there?
Right.
So Ryan, Nick was asking basically like, how do you feel about awkward situations viewing them from the outside? You know what I notice when I look at these things? It is like if you see people on a first date, you can tell. You know what I mean? And it's kind of awkward to look at it. Like I feel like if you're in like if you're in a public space, right? And you see like two people on a first date, you can kind of see like everyone's a little bit tense, right?
Oh, sure.
Like you can see like they're like a considerable distance from each other. Like it just feels, you can feel that awkwardness, and it makes me kind of uncomfortable. Like I see that they're both a little tense, and it makes me tense. And I've seen some people who are really down bad. I'm just like, it's funny. Like they both look over, and I'm looking at them, and they're looking at me.
It probably makes them feel worse.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
oh
I'm
my
just
God,
like,
people are
I know,
noticing.
and I look at the guy, and we're making eye contact. I'm like, dude, I'm in your corner. Like I'm rooting for you. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
Rub his shoulders a little bit. You got
Get
this,
you.
bro.
So
Gets
for
him on the neck.
so something
Yeah,
like similar to that. I was gonna say for me, usually I'm pretty like oblivious to like everything around me. So like I just I'm there for what I'm there for, and that's about it. I don't people watch all that much. But like I saw something like the longest time ago, like someone saw someone like struggling like with a girl or whatever. So what he did, he came up and said, "Oh my gosh, you're the guy from like YouTube or whatever. Can I get your autograph?" And like the guy's supposed to be like, "Oh yeah, not a problem, man." And then whatever, and then the girl's gonna be immediately interested, and like he's just like he's wingmanning someone he doesn't even know. But
what a guy!
I do that, but when she finds out that's not true, she's gonna be like, "Well, that was a hoax. That was a lie."
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, he's already struggling. It's not like he's gonna get anywhere anyways. Like he's get him through.
It can't be worse.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Get him
can't
to the
get
finish
anywhere.
line, baby.
Oh, honestly, if you guys saw me on like the date that I went on, the most recent one, like I would have hoped someone was like, "Hey man, can we talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Can we talk out back? Yeah, please just murder me.
Ryan just looking like, "Can you get me out of here? Could
Get me
please
out of
get me
it.
out?"
He literally just to help me. I was like,
You're like,
but,
"I'm
like,
down
no
bad.
one-
I'm down
but there
real
was, like,
bad."
no one was in there other than the workers. So I was like, "This is."
Oh my
awful.
God!
I was like,
Ryan
oh, you
rented
guys
out the
stayed that
restaurant
late?
for their date.
You guys
What?
stayed late enough for like it just
No, it was the middle of the afternoon.
Bro,
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
that's what I was thinking.
just a really slow restaurant.
Well,
Okay.
no, because a lot of people were like had like outside dining, so people were sitting outside. It was like a nice day on like a Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
well.
Dude, have you guys ever stayed at a restaurant like when
Like
they're
at
like,
the night? Stayed
sir,
overnight?
man, like we're closing, you gotta
No.
go.
Like I've
See,
never
dude.
stayed overnight at a restaurant. If that's what you're asking.
No, no. You're like, oh yeah, it's cool. You go ahead and lock
Yeah,
up.
just
I'll be here
like
tomorrow
lock
when
up.
you get back.
Like, sleep under the booth.
So actually, I've been close because the girl I used to drive like 2.5 hours down to Salisbury multiple times a week for, she actually lived up near Towson. So like when she'd come home, like her favorite restaurant was like Melting Pot or whatever, and I never tried it, so we wanted to go there. And like by time she was ready, it was like almost 11 o'clock at night. So like we were getting there as they're like supposed to be like closing or whatever. And I felt like so bad, and I hadn't eaten that day. I was just in an awful mood. But like because like she takes so long to get ready. Like so you had to tell her like we're gonna try and be there at like 3 if you're trying to get there by like 5:30.
Hell nah, bro.
Like,
You gotta drop that shit like a bad habit.
I mean, we didn't like go out and do stuff all that much. So
I've had situations like that before, and like difference in personality, I guess. But I've had a similar situation, be like, we're not going there no more. That's no longer an option. You want
Right.
McDonald's or Taco Bell? Which
Right.
one? Or we just not gonna eat. We can go to the grocery store, but going to a restaurant, I hate that. From working retail so long, you hate when people pull up right when you're about to close. You know they're about to F up all the t-shirts in the store and shit.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to do that to anybody at a store, at a restaurant. So if I'm supposed to go out with somebody, even with like a previous girlfriend, and it's late, I'm like, you took too long. This is no longer an option. I don't care how excited you were about eating here. This is not happening.
Nah,
can go
Taco Bell or Wendy's.
Well,
Yeah, what's open late? That's where we going.
along with that, like the favorite restaurant I have in Philadelphia, like you have to book a table in advance. So like if you're late, like you're just not gonna get it. You just gotta find something else.
Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. And Ryan, you know, you've worked in retail. Like people come in, they mess up all the shirts, like Nick said. Like you cannot. And dude, that is, if you do that, that is prime spit in food time. Like there is no better chance for your food to get spat in than if you go in right before they close. Like, and you could tell everyone's going to be very annoyed with you. So people, there's a PSA, just don't do it.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Do
If
not.
you didn't leave yourself enough time, clearly it wasn't that important to you. There's going to be another day. Go to the restaurant, go to the store, get that shit tomorrow.
It wasn't
Okay, don't be holding up these other people.
Yeah. And also just be nice to the people in there. Cause again, they're the ones handling your food.
Oh, I absolutely tip the dude so much, but
yeah, I do too. Yeah. Even if they're not that great, I always tip them at least 20%.
at least minimum a little tip too, you know?
The tip, you mean?
Yeah.
Whoa. Too graphic now. I got too graphic.
Oh, okay, dial it back, Ryan.
Read it back.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is the direction. Well, clearly it's not the direction. But Ryan, when you were saying, "Oh, it was 2.5 hours away," and blah blah blah, when I would be talking to girls, and maybe the evening would end at their place or even my place sometimes. One thing that you guys may or may not know about me is I use the bathroom as soon as I wake up every single day. Wake up, feet on ground, butt on toilet. Like that's how it goes for me in that order. Okay. I would, I don't want to blow up nobody's spot the first or second time I'm coming through. So what I thought you were about to say, you got to find a restaurant in close proximity so you can use their facilities. Or, you know what I mean? You guys ever had any instances like that?
I feel like I always have to go before a date every single time. I get
before a date?
Yeah, like especially a first date or something, because you get anxious a little bit. You know what I mean? And like you feel like you have to go. You know, I'm just gonna go there. They call it the pregame dump. That's what they call it. So I mean, it's just like
post game too.
As long as it's not mid game, then you're good.
Sometimes though,
Lamar Jackson, it happened.
Yeah. Yep. Paul Pierce.
Yep. And Marshawn Lynch. He had to.
Imagine pulling a Paul Pierce on a date. You just fall out of your chair. I'm hurt. Get the ambulance to come. Tell the ambulance people, just stretcher me into the restroom. Okay. Bring me back out afterwards.
Stretcher me into the restroom.
It's all going to be okay.
Yeah. Well, just walk. You'll come running out.
What I was going to say.
Wiping the sweat off your face.
Later than ever.
Oh, shit.
What I was going to say is I've never had like a date end at mine or their place. So I haven't had that issue.
Damn, Ryan's too much of a gentleman. Sometimes
I am too. I don't
kill Ryan.
Yeah, only time when I'm start dating someone and I stay at their place, that's it. I'm not there otherwise. Like, I mean, I'm there, but I don't stay the night.
Yeah. Well, so the one exception is the girl I was seeing in so I was very like we weren't dating, but like we were literally like staying at each other's places just about every night of the week. So
for movie nights.
But that one also was weird because that's the only one that did end up at my place, but that's because she was too drunk to drive home, so she just like slept on my bed.
It's funny you should mention that because there was one case when I was actually in college. So I'm going to tell this.
Let's
go.
When I was actually in college, right, and she was drunk that night, right, and she went to a party, but I had came back already, right, so. I don't even know if I should be telling this story, but
spicy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell it. So basically, she had come back, right? She's really cool. She's a great person. Like, and basically, she had come back, and she pretty much came on to me. Let's just say that, right? And I was just like, I'm good. Like, you're drunk. I don't get into that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. If someone's drunk like that, I'm not messing with it. So, and I don't really get into stuff like that with someone I'm not dating, right? So I'm kind of particular about that. So basically, she was drunk. And I was like, let's not do that. Let's just kind of hang out. You know what I mean? And she got upset. She was like, fine, I'm leaving. So I was like, well, you're drunk, so you should probably stay. you know? And she was like, nope. And she drove home drunk. So,
Damn.
yeah. And she survived. So
That's good.
she didn't kill anyone else.
That's
but yeah,
good. Even better.
it was, she said it was just a little embarrassing. And I'm like, I get it. But you know, it's just, you know, if you're drunk like that, like you have to understand the context of those situations. You know what I mean? Like I tried my best, guys, to get her to stay. I did. I really did. I was like, hey, seriously, like you're drunk. Like you should not be driving. But she was dead set on it. So at that point,
Like-
what do you do? Like, what can I do? I mean, like it's,
Call her an Uber,
So-
bro. Was this prior to
like
Uber days?
2000
Yeah, you're right.
this
Shit,
was
we're
like
dating ourselves.
2010. So
Back in the boomer days prior to Uber.
yeah,
So
exactly.
with mine, it was like the first time we ever hung out was like on New Year's because like it took me forever to convince her to actually like hang out. And like I was hanging out with her and like some of her friends, and like we met at some bar up in Towson, and then from there we went to like some food place, I don't know where, and then from there we went to the casino, and then like I went back, dropped them like all of them off except for like her. She's like, I'm not comfortable driving home. Can I just stay with you? I was like, yeah, of course. So like we just went back to my place. This is like 8 a.m. at this point, and like she just crashed. I took like a little nap, and then I got up, ran to CVS, grabbed her some like Gatorade, ibuprofen, and whatever I thought might cure a hangover. And then we went back to get her car, and she, you know how like there's the things for like parking illegally on like tires. This one was on the windshield, and like you had to pay for it in order to get it off. So I had to pay. Because like I paid for that just to like get it off because she parked at like the Towson Mall, and it was like the weekend or something like that. I'm like, there's no way she's gonna get one, but she did. So I'm like, all right, whatever.
How much was it?
For it like $100.
What?
Damn.
Oh,
There's over $100.
I'd be like, don't worry, girl. You get to PayPal me later.
Yeah, that was before Venmo, probably, right?
No, this was 2018.
Oh, okay. Dude, how many copies of Demon Slayer could you have bought with that $100?
None. It's free. I'm confused.
Fair point. That's a
But if you
legal
want the
copies.
at-home DVD collectible version,
Bro, it ain't about DVDs no more. You got to be about the
Blu-ray
Blu-ray game.
collectible version,
DVDs
VR collectible version,
Yep.
the Demon Slayer custom Oculus headset.
Is there one of those?
Man, I mean, maybe there's
Probably
like
is.
a
There's
There's
probably
not
like a gaming
like probably.
chair.
I was gonna say probably not officially, but like I'm sure you could have someone like custom make an Oculus to have like
somebody got an
Demon Slayer art
Etsy
on
page
it.
for it. For
Yeah.
sure.
An Etsy page.
That's funny because it's kind of off topic, but some of the people I know there's like an Etsy page where there's like a breed of a dog on like some other form of like animal. There'd be like a whale, a narwhal, like a horse, something like that, and it's kind of funny. But
Wait, what?
yes, so like they all had like dogs, and like they found like the breed of dog they had, and it was like standing on like, for example, like one of them was like on a narwhal or something like that. So
Standing on it.
yeah. So like the dog on another like animal.
I thought you meant like the dog's head on another
Oh,
animal.
that'd
Like
be
it was like
funnier.
their dog's face. Like
That's a little more
Not
satanic
going
than
through
it
the
is.
That would be funnier, but yeah.
So,
and
guys,
that's how centaurs were formed.
exactly. Here's one more situation I want to give you guys some info. But this is like it's a thing. Let's just discuss it. So,
Yeah.
so it was a small thing. Like it was not something I was upset over in any significant way, right? So this would be like the fourth date with this person, right? So we set this up. We said we didn't have exactly the idea yet, but we had the date set, right? So we had the idea, with the date rather, not the idea. So we were like, okay, it was actually going to be last night, right? So
Ooh.
yeah, it was going to be, but then she texted me the night before, and she was like, hey, I have someone coming into town, and they're staying the weekend with me, so can we reschedule it to the following week? And I said, sure. But those things always bother me just a little bit. It's like, because I always like to be considered, generally speaking, of other people's time. I know I showed up late tonight, so I'm a hypocrite. But
Wow.
here's the thing. Like I feel like if you have the time set and you say to someone like, there are excuses obviously that would get you out of that, right? My dog is sick. Like my car and my house are on fire. Like my toaster oven blew up, right? Like something like that. My car tire exploded, right?
A hell of a weekend.
Yeah, it's a terrible weekend. You're really down bad. So basically, like those kind of things. But then she basically told me her dad was coming to visit for the weekend, so she couldn't this weekend. She was going to do it next weekend. I'm like,
Her dad or her daddy?
her dad. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So
just making sure.
you never know, but it was her dad. So basically, like, I want to hear what you guys think about this. Like, I know we always try to be flexible, saying like, look, it's fine next week. And like I said, I'm not mad about it, but it's one of the things that I'm just kind of like, I do feel like that's a little like, it kind of feels like you get a toss to the side a little bit. Just even if it's family, I get it, but it's kind of like you set the date, and then last minute the person's like, well, I have someone coming into town, so I can't do it now. But so it's kind of like, but you know, I don't know. That just feels a little bit weird to me, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's not upsetting. It just kind of like, a little inconsiderate, but I think there are excuses, like I said, that would get you out of it, but I don't feel like that's really one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I could, as somebody with a terrible memory, I could definitely see like myself doing something like that unintentionally. You know what I mean? Maybe she was just really excited, like things are going well between y'all. She's like, yeah, I can't wait to see Will again. Like, oh yeah, that sounds great. And then, dad texts her the day before and's like, hey, still coming down, everything's still good, right? And then it dawns on her like, shit, forgot about dad coming down. Now I got to text Will.
And she's the one who asked me to hang out. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she was really stoked, enjoying y'all's time together. So she's like, wow, I can't wait to see Will again. Hopefully he's free this day. And you guys plan on it. And then I'm saying it's like oversight, like, oh shit, dad's coming into town. So she got to cancel. She might, probably didn't want to. But yeah, I mean, early on, fourth date, that kind of sucks. But it's like we were talking about when Ryan had timed out on us, man. Like, wouldn't you rather know ahead of time? If she is a very forgetful, non-timely, can't commit to anything type person, wouldn't you find that out now rather than in 3 months?
Yeah, and I don't think she is that. I think maybe her dad was just like, I'm coming down. So,
because my thing was like, how do you not know that in advance? But I could also see your dad's
forget.
like, I'm coming up to like my friends. Can I stay at your place for a night or whatever? Because that's usually like if my dad goes up to his friend in Pennsylvania, he'll like want to stay at my house. But my dad's also the person who has everything planned out way in advance. So
right, and that's how I am too. I think that's the problem. I'm like pretty regimented. I schedule things out. So, but
Dude,
like I said, it's not a huge deal.
I think you should have ponied up and be like, cool, bring dad on the date. Let's all go out.
Bring dad. I want to meet him.
I get
You
to
better
meet
have a firm handshake too.
Yep.
I get to meet my father-in-law already. Say less.
I'll tell him. I'll meet him. I'll be like, "Hey, Dad, I've been wanting to meet you for so long."
Hey, Daddy, how are you?
You shake his hand, you turn him around, you start rubbing him on the shoulder,
Kiss
him on the neck.
Kiss him on the neck. It's all about kissing people on the neck to neck.
And then you turn to her and you're like, "He's mine.
He's mine.
I want him, not you."
He's staying with me for the weekend.
Instead of Stacy's mom, it's this girl's dad.
This girl's dad.
It's gotta go. Yeah.
Okay, this is going totally off.
Well, I'm here.
But Nick's right. Kiss him on the neck. You got to kiss him on the neck. Rub his shoulders a little bit.
Gotcha.
Whisper
Whisper sweet nothings. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just tell him, be like, I really like your daughter. Like,
But I like you more.
ASMR.
What are you doing later?
And then like,
You think we
can't
can
hear
get
that.
right
You probably
there?
can't hear that.
You guys want to hear a real crazy story?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't go into too much detail, but I'm at work, okay? And one person that I'm interacting with while at work, I'm going to, keep this as anonymous as possible, although you'll never know these people. They'll probably never listen, but still, they told me this in secrecy, so I have to keep it as secret as possible. So this guy's like, hey, oh my God. He's like, you see that girl over there? And I'm like, uh-huh. And he was like, so she's into some freaky shit. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, she hit me up and she's like, you want to hang out this weekend? And like you and my dad can both like dick me down. And I was like, what in the world did you just tell me? I
Sweet
was like,
home Alabama.
yeah, I was like, I thought I had heard it wrong. And he was like, yeah, she's into some freaky shit. And I was like, so what'd you do? And he was like, oh, we hung out for the weekend. Oh my God. I never heard some crazy shit like that before.
The story I heard isn't that crazy, but we could save it for like off the podcast. I don't know if it'd be
Oh man.
Nick,
enough. But
dude,
What if
who are you working with?
that girl approached? It wasn't one of my coworkers, okay? I was just out somewhere and somebody that I had come in contact with.
it wasn't even
just-
like the store you managed. Like you're talking about your coworkers. Like it's just random.
It's not somebody I work with. No, they have
It was
no
just
affiliation.
random?
It's just a random person. It's a random
Even
person.
better.
They
Even
had to be
better.
messing with you. It had to be.
Dude,
a troll.
I don't know.
That's like That's like the fake, like someone acting like they're on a phone call saying some like outrageous stuff with people behind them.
But
Like,
instead, they
kinda-
whispered in my ear and told me.
Mhm.
They didn't whisper in my ear, but so anyway,
Right.
I say
May
all
as well
that to
have.
say, Will, what if you get that text tomorrow? What's up, bro? You going?
How do I block the
Block 'em in?
number? Is there a way to do that? Yeah, there is on the iPhone,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
shit,
Can I
dude.
block her now in anticipation?
I wouldn't. It's probably not gonna happen.
Nick's got me thinking the worst. So
Dude.
Oh, I always think the worst. I can.
That's not why I brought it up. I just
Dude,
thought it would be.
you guys made me
comical.
think though of a funny story. So like, how do you guys approach women coming up to you? Because one time in middle school, I completely froze. Like,
Oh man,
I was in middle school. We were bowling. I had a Randy Moss jersey on. I was hot stuff.
formative
was-
years, bro.
It was Vikings. I was bowling really well, really effectively. Like I
Why
had,
she came up.
I had braces and I looked like Macaulay Culkin. And she was, women were into that thing at the time, right? They were like, I want to be home
Hell
alone.
yeah.
And then,
With you. Yeah.
yeah. So it was middle school. So, but I was middle school age at the time, so it's fine. So, but basically, she came up. She was like, "Hey, like, how are you?" And I immediately just like walked away. Like, I immediately like, I don't even know what she looks like to this day. She could have been
Oh,
like
man.
Halle Berry, and I just walked away. And then my friends always made up the story that I told her I had to poop and walked away, but that was not accurate. So
You know how you said sometimes you get nervous before the date? That fight or flight kicked in as soon as she said hi, and you're like, gotta shit. So, you're like, it's either leave now or shit my pants.
yeah, and I was like, guys, don't roll my frame because I want a bowl.
Whatever you do, don't roll my frame. I'll be back soon.
Have you had women interact with you, like come up to you and ask you out or anything like that
Nope.
before?
Absolutely not.
Not that I can remember in person, but like online, like in some DMs a couple times. And I've had some girls be like very bold, but
Yeah.
online is definitely different because you have time to like gather yourself and be like, how should I choose to respond to this? And you can bounce it off of friends and stuff like that, but not in person. At least not that I can remember. I don't go up to people in person either.
Nah, I never have. I don't feel comfortable with it.
Nah, I gotta have a connection through like a mutual friend. I gotta have somebody like lay it up for me. I don't want to approach somebody in public and make them
You
feel
gotta have someone toss
uncomfortable.
you the alley oop.
Yeah, as much as I'll like joke about being, all these things, like one thing I don't want to be is a fucking creep. Like I never want somebody to look at me and be like, that guy's creepy. Like it is like,
Me too.
if there's a phobia for that, I have the phobia of not wanting to be a fucking creepy guy. So I don't do anything because I don't know what somebody's situation is. Like I don't want them to be like, ugh, when I come up to them. So I just fucking don't, man. Hell no.
That's why I will always assume they're not interested until they tell me they are,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
explicitly. And I feel like that's the kind of mentality us guys have to take because you don't want to be creepy, you don't want to be pushy and forceful, right?
You also don't
Hell
want
nah.
to. You also don't want to set yourself up for failure.
Right. True.
But
But that makes us oblivious too. That's happened to me many
Oh,
times. Like I
literally-
feel like women will be like, I was so interested, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, I
that's
have
me.
no idea.
That's what
I
I mean.
never
Like,
know.
Like a girl could want me to kiss her, and unless she blatantly says, "Are you going to kiss me?" I'm not going to know.
Unless she
I'm
has you sign the contract that
Right.
you're going to kiss her, then the
Right.
love contract. Because that's happened to me
Right.
many times. Like I've done a
Yeah.
date and someone, they're like, oh yeah, I really wanted you to kiss me on the first date. And I was like, what?
not. Just tell
I
me,
was
like,
yeah, just literally say that. Like,
right,
Dude,
But-
I had a girl that I went out with like semi recently ago, and that's one of the situations where I could tell she was like, "Oh, I wanted a kiss," but I didn't really want to, so I was just like, hug.
yeah.
Bye.
Play it off,
Thanks
play
for
it off.
hanging
kiss her on the
out.
neck, dude.
Yeah.
Meet in the middle.
"Oh, well, of course I did," but you know, what I mean, I think she wanted it mwah, right
Oh,
on the
on the
smoochers.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it's just I just gave her a kiss on the neck and a hickey and went about my day, you know.
Okay, yeah, that's how you
and that's
do
when
it.
we left the coffee shop.
Well, as long as you don't hang out with her dad, then you're fine.
What's-
What? Never mind.
I have two things. One thing is that like I went on like a date with a separate girl, and like it went well, but like we were kind of like we were saying goodnight or whatever, and she asked for the hug, and then like the next day she's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship," and I'm like, "Way to give me mixed signals."
Well, the hug
Because you
could be
didn't hug her
anything.
strong
I know.
enough, man.
I know, but like
A hug
I
is
just
like
feel like I
a
just feel
friendly
like
thing.
it can be, but at the same time, I feel like you wouldn't ask for a hug if you didn't. You know what I mean?
Depends on how you. Maybe she was looking for a sign. Ryan, is he gonna squeeze me tight, hold me close to his chest, let me hear the beating of his heart, or is he gonna hug me with his ass out,
Well-
real awkwardly?
This
Okay.
was this
The COVID, the COVID
So,
hug.
so this was the girl that was the Steelers fan, and we went to watch the Washington Steelers game,
Oh,
and
hell
Washington
yeah.
beat them.
Hell yeah,
so
Ryan.
I wasn't trying to like crawl. Like I already knew she wasn't in a good mood, so like I wasn't trying to like I was
Is he
just trying to
gonna-
like let her go.
Yeah, she was probably waiting for that longing embrace where you were gonna hug her and whisper sweet
Oh.
nothings into her ear.
Like,
Like-
fuck the Steelers.
The Steelers are trash.
But then the other thing I was going to bring up is when I worked at Hollister, I don't remember exactly who, but I heard that there was this one person we worked with that was so interested in Nick, but Nick was not having it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, because like I feel like they
Missed
said that
opportunity.
they were like DMing you or whatever, and like you just like you'd always like
Oh,
dodge
Nick
them.
told me about that.
My God, that was when I first started working there. Oh my God, that was an uncomfortable situation because she like I just started working as a manager, and Will can let you know. I mean, Ryan can pretty much let you know, but like Will worked with me as a part-timer, so he knew how irresponsible I could be. And then when I became a manager, I was like, I got to change my ways. I'm a new man now, right? And
He
this
says-
girl would literally like come up from, she'd be like, you know how Hollister, or at least it used to be, like it'd be like separate rooms and shit like that, a lot of corners, a lot of walls. I'd be walking, she'd come out of nowhere and like hug me from behind and shit. And I'd be like, excuse me, I don't know that this is appropriate right now. Like literally like forehead pushing her
baseball,
off of me. But yeah, dude, that was some funny shit. It was funny, but I just didn't know how to react to it at the time because, you know, I just started being like, I was supposed to be responsible. I was supposed to be the leader, the guiding force in the store. And I, you know,
Then I
yeah,
get the
dude.
Nick that wants to play baseball in the stock room.
yeah. And then I almost broke Ryan's
Broke Ryan's
leg.
kneecap.
So, you know, well, that was after I loosened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to come in extra tight. You know what's really funny about that? Just a quick side story. So Hollister, you know, Ryan, you would know, Will, maybe you remember, but like very preppy, very like tight clothes and shit like that. At the time, I wasn't really very fashionable, if I'm being completely honest. I was in between, so I was trying to figure myself out. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to buy no tight, short Hollister shorts, which I would love to wear now. The shorter, the better.
Mhm.
So, but I had to wear stuff. We had like staff dress. I forget what it was called there.
Hey,
but-
Triple A's.
Triple A's, baby. That's right. So the only bottoms you could wear would be like black, blue, or like gray. I think
Mhm.
something like that, right? So I didn't want to buy no Hollister shorty shorts. So I was wearing these shorts that I had. They were like golf shorts. They did not match the top whatsoever. I would always be wearing these baggy ass shorts with this tight ass button up short sleeve shirt. For the first like 2-3 weeks I worked there, I wore the same outfit every day. I didn't give a fuck because I would just change my undershirt and my underwear,
Yeah,
of course. You know what I'm saying? But I put those same blue shorts on. They were the only ones that I had. I didn't want to buy no Hollister ones. They said I couldn't wear the other jeans. And I just bought this button up shirt. So I would just put those on. I get home from work. I'd take off the shirt, throw it in the corner, take off the shorts, throw them in the corner, and put those bitches back on for like 2 weeks straight.
Bro, and Cohen, you're dead on here. The shorter the better. When he said
Shorter
that, I was
the
like,
better.
what?
Pause.
Cohen likes his women short.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I'm sus of
Uh-huh.
Cohen now.
Yeah.
He's the
I'm sus.
imposter.
Yeah, he's definitely a positive. But Nick, so the shorter the better for real?
Hell yeah.
For
Dude,
what?
Ryan
Shorts?
can tell you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just ordered stuff from Antisocial.
I'm wearing
It's like
them
a
right now.
streetwear kind of brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's wearing them right now. And he texted me about it. He was like, I'm disappointed how long they are.
They're like
And I
basketball
was like,
shorts.
yeah, I was like, shit. I wanted
Well,
them to be short.
The rule was
shorts.
before the knee. They before the knee.
Whoa.
Before like your kneecap. Like
they're like in the middle of my kneecap if I let them go.
yeah, that's too long. Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, when we were going through high school, at least me and Will, I don't know how it was at your school, Will, but like we didn't wear them unless they went past our knee.
Yeah.
Like the shit had to be like shin length when
Yeah,
we
if
were
it was-
like
If it was
school age.
anything above your knee, you got made fun of.
Exactly.
It's like-
yeah,
But
they
now,
call
if it's
them.
now if it's past your knee, you get made fun of.
Well, I know with pants
Right.
they called it high waters.
High
But I don't
waters,
know what
yeah.
shorts they called it.
Just girl shorts, probably.
Bermuda
Short shorts.
Yeah, they call them short
shorts.
shorts. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they high school is a rough. So is
See,
middle
now
school.
you
It's
gotta,
a rough place.
Now you gotta show off your thigh muscle a little bit.
Hell
Is that what it
yeah.
is, Nick? Is
Yeah.
it Ryan showing off his thigh muscles? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Depends on how short the shorts are. You might be showing off something else as well.
I do have some really short ones,
His
but
calf muscles. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
my calf
Yeah.
muscles.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man, no, you can only go so short, but definitely like a nice, like a basically how girls couldn't wear their shorts. Did you guys also have this in high school?
Mhm.
Your shorts couldn't be like a wallet length above your knee.
Yeah.
Like they had to be so long.
It's
Mainly
like
for
an
the
index
girls.
card. Like an
Yeah,
index
like the
card, yeah.
guys definitely. If we wore shorts, they were long as shit. But for girls,
Yeah.
they were like they had to be no more than like a wallet or like a card length above their knee.
Yep.
Now that's like the perfect length for guys. About a wallet length above your knee. fantastic. Give me like 3 or 4 inches of thigh, and
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Yeah, like
primo.
right before the knee. Yeah,
Probably
couple
what,
inches
like
before-
5.5 to 7 inch inseams is about that. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Shit, I'd still be rolling my shorts up though.
Oh yeah, but the really
Nick
short
is-
ones are
next time I
running
see
shorts.
Nick, he's gonna have these shorts like up to his like.
It's nothing but rolled,
I
like
know,
my boxers
I know.
are hanging out past
Yeah,
them.
I know. That's high fashion, right there.
High shorts, high fashion, baby.
That's what they say. And
Yeah.
and Cohen actually has gone ahead and said short girls greater than tall girls.
Wow, boys,
not
can
so
we
sh-
can we get a vote? Can we get a consensus vote?
I'm
here?
not so sure I agree.
No, there's such thing as too short.
There's such things as breeding and genetics. I used to
Yeah.
say this jokingly, but now that I'm getting later in life, I'm becoming more and more boomer. I don't know that it's a joke anymore. I need a woman so that I can have a child that is successful in all aspects.
Nick
of
wants a
life.
D1 athlete.
I get a D1 athlete for baseball, basketball, football, tennis, hockey, whatever there is, Olympic athletes. I need to find a woman that's great in all of them, and I shall impregnate them all. And we shall all have a giant
That's,
family.
well, you're going
What
to
is it, like
Mars. You
Mormons that
said
do
you were
that?
gonna colonize and go to Mars and then have all the wives. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, it depends on. Yeah, shit. I mean, that would be a selling point for me. Yeah.
You have a Mars
Yeah.
baby or 9 Mars
I
babies.
have Martians. Hell yeah.
Damn, they would technically be Martians because they'd be
Hell
born on
yeah.
Mars.
Instead of being American or European or something like that, bro, I'm Martian.
So I know Nick's taller than me. I assume Will is too. But
Yeah,
for
Will's taller
me,
than I am.
so my preference is like 5'2" to 5'6". Like I
Yeah, that's
tried
normal.
with someone that's like 5 foot. It just wasn't good.
Did they
So,
feel like an Oompa Loompa?
to me? Yes, it just felt kind of weird. Just yeah. So like 5'2" to 5'6" is like
I think the average
Good,
height of a
like-
woman's like 5'4".
yeah, something like 5'4", 5'5". But like I'm not gonna discriminate like taller or like shorter. Like it's more about like personality than anything. But like I feel like that's just like
Yeah, and we joke. Yeah, I honestly have no preference. Like I feel
Yeah.
like you said, it's all about the personality. To
Yeah,
me. And, like,
above
the looks are the
everything,
first
personality.
thing, but like as long as
Mhm.
they're not like 4 foot tall, like
Yes.
that's where it might get a little like. I mean, look, everyone's beautiful. You know, everyone has their type, right? But some of us like we just have certain things we prefer over other things, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, I would say like for me, it's just average height or tall. Like I'm 6'4", so the woman could be like I've dated my last girlfriend. I think she was like 5'9". She was pretty tall. So like you know, I could date a woman 6 feet, and I'm going to be pretty much taller than any woman that's not in the NBA or WNBA. So
That's
like,
an interesting way to say it, but yeah, that's
Right.
true.
so.
so it's gonna be hard for a woman to be taller than me.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, so hold on. Here's the question: you see 2 girls, they have the exact same face,
Mhm.
exact same body structure, but one is just, to use a collectible term, one quarter size. Or how do you say it? Not actually
Quarter
that
scale?
small. Quarter scale,
Uh,
but not like that. But one's 5'9", one's
size?
5'6", one's 5'3".
Five
What you
size?
going with, boys? What you going with?
Personality.
All the same. I'd scaled appropriately. They
Yeah,
look
what
the
were
exact
the
same,
height?
just different heights.
Or
It's
the
just the
height?
height. You
5'9",
guys, the
5'6",
height is the
5'3".
determining factor here.
Yeah.
Probably 5'6".
I'd be between the 5'3" and 5'6" probably.
Really? I'd say
Mhm.
between 5'6" and 5'9". I
You
might
want
even
the
go
D1
5'9".
athlete.
D1 athlete, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go, baby.
You want to have the next
I
Christian
don't-
McCaffrey. That's what
I don't
Hell
have
yeah.
I don't have D1 athlete genes, so it doesn't really matter.
You know what?
You
That's
play
a fair
baseball,
point,
didn't you?
and some may say that about me as well. But I have the
You wanna-
mental aptitude and stamina.
Ryan, did Nick tell you I struck him out like 3 times?
Yeah, we're
Talked
talking
about it
on
last
the
podcast, but we'll quit flexing on me.
Can I say it again? I struck
We
Nick
can't
out.
confirm if that was true or not. It's only speculation.
We're checking the box score.
It's
Nick
only
probably hit a bomb off
speculation.
me at some point, but that game,
It's only
But not that
speculation. I
game.
did hit my
Not that
first
game.
home run ever in East Newmarket. Is that where you played, or did you play in Hurlock?
Yeah.
Where-
I
East
played on a
Newmarket?
couple different teams, but Eastern Market I did play at a bunch of times. Yeah, Cohen
could've
has
been
decided
you.
5'3".
Well, that is a determining vote. Cohen, thank you for your contributions to the show, sir.
I won't put him on blast anymore, but I could roast him.
Don't do it.
I
Don't do it
won't.
to the man.
I
We're already
won't.
down bad. Let's not make everyone down bad.
He's down bad with us. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
He's down
That's
bad
all.
just as bad as we are. It's all right.
All right, guys. So we've talked about some serious topics tonight. I think we've changed the world for the better.
Oh,
Yeah,
no doubt.
Definitely.
So
We definitely
Mission
put out our
accomplished, boys.
we set our preferences out there for any girls that definitely aren't interested.
you hit us up, Ryan. By the way, Match. Do you like it?
No.
Yeah, I've tried it before. I've met a couple of different women on there before. Like I've matched with a bunch, and like that I've actually met in person. a bunch, and they've usually gone pretty well. They're more serious.
I was just say, I feel like Match is like the more serious one, but at the same time, like it's
you got to pay for it, which sucks.
Well, that and I feel like what's it called? For like look wise, it isn't to the par with some of the other sites.
Like the interface, yeah.
No. Like the women.
Oh shit! I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, I'm not going shallow. I'm in the splash around.
You're in the kiddie pool right now.
Yeah, I'm splash around the kiddie pool. All right.
Okay. I was trying to say you were in the deep end, but you were like, oh, it's the interface, like it's just the technology. No, you were talking about the women. Okay.
Yeah.
So Nick, there's don't use paid apps. I guess that's your moral here.
Sorry, man. I'll get a bay off of Twitch one day.
Let's say Nick's not even interested right now.
I don't care, man. If they want to pull up the Twitch stream, then maybe we can talk.
They'll meet you in the park.
I'll put a bits redemption or a channel points redemption. 10,000 points. We go to dinner.
She's gonna come and she's like, I'm a D1 athlete.
You gotta put 18 plus on that.
Are you?
You gotta put 18 plus on that.
Yeah, exactly. 18 plus.
As your HR person, 18 plus, please.
Yeah, 18. Please. It's actually not a requirement. It's just like a please.
For the love of all, it's only please. I don't want Nick to get canceled.
You have to be D1 athlete age, okay?
Okay. You have to be
D1
athlete
age or older.
Yep.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts on these topics? We've covered a lot of territory tonight.
Shit.
I'm sorry if you got offended by anything you said.
I'm not.
I'm sorry,
any women that are interested, hit us up. But we understand if you aren't.
There's
hit us up. Come to the live next time. And put one of us on blast.
I'll say, let us. Get in here. Let us pick your brain.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, definitely. And the guys who came by, thank you for stopping by so much.
Hell
Slayer72,
yeah.
Figara, David Corolar, and then Cohen, which Cohen is a legend in many respects. So
some say to this day he's still blocked from the stereo comments.
I completely forgot, bro.
I think he is actually blocked to this day.
True.
So guys, if you're listening, if you don't know, no idea what we're talking about, we used to stream on stereo and we wanted to see what it would do if we blocked someone. So we blocked Cohen and we could never unblock him. Like we could never figure out how to unblock him. So Cohen always tried to join, but he never could.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. God.
What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah, what a guy. But he took that block like a saint. So all right, dudes, it's been fun. Next week, next episode, who knows what we'll discuss. If you guys have any thoughts, drop them in the comments. What you want to see us talk about.
If there's anything you want to see us talk about, just let us know.
Anything.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and listen on Spotify.
And and follow Nick's IRL on Twitch.
And
that's right, baby.
On YouTube.
Just hit 4,000 subs. So
congratulations.
So yeah, thanks, dude.
Make it 5,000 by next episode.
There we
Let's
go. We'll give away like a match subscription if we have 5,000 by the next episode.
I got to, yeah.
Does Match have gift cards? They probably do. We'll look it up.
We can give them like one of the like Visa gift cards and hope
I'll Venmo you for a match a month. Yeah. All right, dudes. It's been fun. Peace out. This is Will Nick Save the World. Peace out, guys. See ya. Ryan joined us too. He has great dating advice.